What up YouTube, Bonza here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing another impromptu video. I know, I did one last week about the Crusader Kings Friends and Foe DLC, and that turned out to be 2 weeks late. This time though, the impromptu video is a tier list, and basically I'm making this impromptu video because I didn't want to have just my let's play out this week. I wanted to have an extra video out this week other than the let's play, but I didn't have enough time to finish the video that I was actually planning on releasing this week, which was going to be my hidden gem review on Overlord. Instead though, what I'm going to do is a very quick impromptu video. It's going to be a tier list of the characters of Overlord, and I'm going to be specifically focusing on the characters of Nazarick itself. Not going to be talking about the people from the kingdom or any of the other side characters, just people from the main tomb itself, the main faction Nazarick. So this is a tier list that was created by I believe this guy, Max the Red. This is my first time using this program, so I don't really know how it works, but I believe this guy is the creator. He made this, and so thank you very much to this guy. Credits to you for making this tier list. I'm not going to be going through all of these guys, just the ones from Nazarick. And yeah, then also, just so you all know, I'll be doing this from the perspective of an anime only. That said, I have read, well not read, I've watched a bunch of spoiler videos on stuff from the light novel, so I am kind of loosely aware of how things go in the light novel, but I am for the most part an anime only. So as for how I'm going to be doing this tier ranking video, I'm going to be listing people based on the following 4 degrees. This is an impromptu video, so it's not going to be very serious. So first up, I'm going to start with my bias. Maybe I shouldn't start with that. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll list them in the order I've written them down. So first up is my personal bias. So that's just how I personally feel about the character. Second up is the importance to the plot. So I'll be ranking them based on how important I'll be considering them, I should say, based on how important they are to the plot, how important I feel they are. I'll be talking about, thirdly, I'll be talking about whether I think they have an interesting character or not, you know, whether they're just bland or whether I think their personality and stuff is interesting. So interesting personality, that's the third thing. And number 4, I'll be talking about character design. So that is mostly to do with the physical character design, but I'll also take into account some of the other aspects of these characters, because I know they have like some interesting abilities and stuff like that, and I'll loosely consider that, but I won't go too deeply into it because I'm not a light novel reader, and so I don't have a full understanding of these characters' abilities. So again, personal bias, importance to the plot, personality, and character design. Those are the 4 things that I'll be ranking, and then based on where they fall in that, I'll throw them onto the tier list. Oh, and just for clarification's sake, guys, I guess I need to explain what each of the tiers mean to me. So starting from the bottom and moving up, we have in the E tier, we have horrible, as in I think the character is horrible. And then you have D is bad, so I think the character is like, it's a bad character. C is meh, or I don't really care so much about the character. I don't necessarily feel negatively or positively about them, that's C. B is good, so basically in the B tier, I think they're a good character, but I don't necessarily think they're an amazing or great character. And then you have A is great. So this is where like you have characters that I think are great characters. I don't necessarily think they're like the best or amazing or break into the S tier, but I do think they're great characters. And then S is of course amazing, or just, you know, I mean, yeah, S tier, like the highest of the high. They go above just me liking them. Like these characters, I straight up love them. So that's what each of the tiers mean to me. Okay, so let's start off with our main character of the show, Momonga or Ainz. So let's see. In terms of Ainz, my personal bias towards Ainz, I do like him a lot. Is he like one of my favorite characters of all time? Even though this is my personal favorite anime, I wouldn't necessarily say Ainz is one of my personal favorite characters of all time. I do like his character a lot, but there are a couple of things that push him down a notch for me. In terms of his personality, so let's go in order. So in terms of his importance to the plot, he obviously is very important to the plot because he doesn't, even though, you know, people who don't know much about the anime will say that like, oh, it's really Albedo and Demiurge who are doing everything, and to an extent, yes, that's true. They do push things along or give direction, but at the end of the day, it's him who makes the decisions, and it's also, there are times when he does shine through and come up with some interesting plans and ideas of his own. And so yeah, I would I would say he doesn't reach S tier on that though. He also kind of falls onto A tier that. So A tier for personal bias, A tier for importance to plot. In terms of his personality, okay, so again it's going to be an A for me, because despite the fact that we understand a lot about, we know what his motivations are, right, to find his friends and so on and so forth, and we kind of get an idea of it. I don't think enough was done in the anime at least to fully help us understand Ainz's personal characteristics. We don't know why he doesn't have much of a life outside of the game, and so we don't know why, like we are then not able to connect why his in-game friends are so important. We know that his in-game friends are so important because he doesn't really have much of a life. But if we knew why he didn't have much of a life, that would add more importance and more weight to him, you know, needing this game so much, and that would be why, help us understand why his friends were so important to him. So I feel like there's like, you know, they just chose to completely avoid the outside world in this anime, and you know that makes sense and it works. But then, you know, at the same time too, because we don't have that understanding there, it may kind of drop him down a bit in terms of his personality. But otherwise, I think I like everything else about him. I think he makes a lot of sense. What he's doing is understandable to a degree. You know, obviously from his perspective, right, he's an undead, so it's understandable that he doesn't really care about human lives anymore. I understand his character, and because I understand his character, I rank him pretty highly, but I wish I knew more about him, and that's why I drops down from S to A. Finally, in terms of character design, this one I'm just going to give him an S tier, straight up. I really do think in terms of character design, Ainz is an S tier because I really think he looks cool. So that said, the overall score though is mostly A, so that's why Ainz falls into the A. So we'll then move on to Albedo. So Albedo, let's start off with my personal bias towards Albedo. Weirdly enough, I didn't really like Albedo as much at first. I'm not really a fan of tsunderes, so generally speaking, I don't necessarily like tsunderes that much when I meet them. I don't really like that personality type in females. I mean, I don't necessarily mind knowing females, but who are tsunderes, but like, I wouldn't want to be the object of their affection. Let me put it that way. You know, I've been friends with girls that I know are tsunderes, who behave like tsunderes and treat their boyfriends a certain way. I can be friends with girls who are like that, but being their boyfriend. So, personal bias towards Albedo. Okay, so here's the thing. Even though I didn't like her at first, initially I probably would have put her at like B, maybe even C tier for personal bias. She has grown on me though. And so, you know what, maybe in terms of personality, I'll probably still leave her at B. Weirdly enough. Probably still, but you know, that's just the personality. That's not talking about the other things. So in terms of her, what comes after personality? Oh, bias, sorry. After bias is importance to plot. Importance to plot, very freaking important. I know some stuff that's going on in the light novel that Albedo's doing that is not shown in the anime, that make it very interesting, her character much more interesting. And I think if I didn't really know about that stuff, it might bump my ranking of her down a bit. But in terms of importance to the plot, Albedo is very, very important to the plot. And especially with the current season 4, it's almost like she's kind of like the main secondary character, to be honest, in my opinion, because like a lot of what happened kind of revolves around her doing things. So I'd say importance to plot, she's like A plus at the least, maybe even S. So that kind of brings her up in terms of importance to plot. In terms of interesting personality, so yeah, I really don't like tsunderes, so that drops her down again to maybe a B. But she has grown on me. She's very loyal. She's very kind. She's very caring. She, like a lot of the way the characteristics that she puts off are all very interesting. It's like it's nice having someone that's that loyal to you. I guess like it's kind of nice. You don't want them to be too loyal to you, I guess, to a certain extent, the tsundere complex, but it's nice to a degree. Maybe B plus. I wouldn't necessarily say A. In terms of physical looks, aesthetic, and power, that would probably be another A plus. Physically, aesthetically, yeah. In fact, as far as waifu material goes, I'd say she ranks pretty high up there. Based on physical appearance alone, mind you, personality wise and all that. No, I'm just talking about, you know, what do you call it? The baggage, anyway, you get it. You get it. I'm not going there. So yeah, physical appeal and stuff. She's pretty high up. So I think all in all, she gets a lot of B pluses and a lot of A pluses. So she kind of falls down to A, in my opinion. So along with Ainz, A. Okay, so who's next here? Cocytus. Okay. So, okay, let's not importance to plot. Cocytus, not so much. Maybe B, right? He does make a lot of key important decisions though, and there are a lot of things that Cocytus does that I really like. I like what the way he treated Brain in this recent season, right? That kind of gives him a A plus for me, at least personally. I like his personality. But personal bias. In terms of personal bias, S. I really like the warrior samurai complex thing that Cocytus has going. It's not the most interesting thing to watch, but I respect the hell out of it. And so, despite the fact that, like, to be completely honest, I find it kind of, it would be dull to watch a show based on Cocytus, I think personally, but I respect the hell out of it. So at least I'd give him an A plus, because it's not necessarily something I would be interested in. I wouldn't necessarily want to be friends with. No, I think I would want to be friends with Cocytus, but he wouldn't be the guy that I call to first if I want to hang out and have fun with people, right? So yeah. So personal bias, A plus. Importance to plot, B plus. In terms of his personality, understanding his motivations and stuff like that, another A. Oh my god, I think Cocytus is gonna end up in A again. I wonder if I'm ever gonna give anybody an S in this series. Damn, for a Overlord fan, I'm being pretty hard on these characters. But anyway, we'll see. So yeah, in terms of, what was the last thing? Character design. Ooh, character design, another A. Yeah, crap. Cocytus falls on A again. Shit. I was not expecting to put Cocytus on A. Demiurge. Demiurge. Personal bias. He's extremely evil. He's extremely smart. He looks like a sleazeball. S. Importance to plot. S. I don't think anybody's gonna dispute that. Obviously Ainz is probably more important, but the guy who really drives things to sometimes is usually him. And personal, like, character design and stuff like that. I know he's an imp, and his powers is mostly as a summoner. He's not a Fightline guy. Okay, so here's the thing about me. When I'm playing games like Mobile Legends or League of Legends and those kind of games, I usually like to play support characters, usually tank or maybe healer. Summoner usually isn't a type that's allowed. Oh, well, actually it is in League of Legends, but not so much in Mobile Legends, which is the one I play the most. Yeah, you know what? Demiurge is an S tier character for me, because I really like pretty much everything about him. I love Demiurge. That's weird. I never would have thought of Demiurge as my favorite character. He's not my favorite character from Overlord, but he's the only one I'm thinking of giving an S tier right now, which is weird. Maybe I'll feel different when I've ranked more people, but right now Demiurge is the only one that's on S tier. Damn. I'm surprised by that. I'm shocked by that. I want to stick to the Guardians for now. Okay, Gargantura. Let's be honest, I don't really know anything about Gargantura, so he's gonna be here. I like this guy. I think he's cool. He's got no powers. He's not important to the plot at all, like C. In terms of importance to plot, C. Personal bias, B. In terms of Eclair, I believe is his name. I'm not gonna spend too much long on him because I feel like he's not one of the most important characters. And I mean, he is pretty. He's a fun character. What's the weakest thing about him? His importance to plot, which is probably, to be honest, not even C, it's maybe even D. But he's cool. He's a nice, fun character. I'm gonna put him in C. I might change that. Entoma. Importance to plot brings her down, but I do really like her character. Important in terms of my personal bias towards Entoma. A+. I really think she's cool. I really think she's, in terms of the character design, I really think she's cool. So A+ there. And then importance to plot is kind of like a C. And in terms of her personality, I don't really understand much about her personality. So maybe C as well. So that kind of makes her be B. Because it's like 2 A+, a C, and a C. So B. Oh, shit, the rat. Oh my god, I forgot the rat's name. Overlord hamster name. Jesus Christ. Humske. Okay, Humske. Personal bias. To be honest, I don't really like Humske that much. C+ maybe? No, B. No, actually, I do like his characteristics a little bit. So B. Importance to plot. C. What was the next thing? Interesting personality. Not really. B. And then character design. C. Would I rank him as much? Do I like him as much as I like Entoma? No. So C. He goes down to a C because I know I like Entoma more than I like him. Okay, who's next on this list? Hyoku. Okay. Yeah. Personal bias. Evil as fuck. He's a cockroach. Yeah. So in terms of character design and what I'm at, S. Evil is plus, so personal bias is S. Importance to plot, B. Oh wait, no, he does do a lot, like torturing the people to get them to, really like being part of Nazarick. So I give him like a B+ maybe on that. So he's like SS, and then character design, interesting personality, yes. So he's got 3 S's and a B. That kind of makes him A+. No, actually, I know I like him just as much as I like Demiurge, and I know I liked him more than I like Ainz and Albedo. So yeah, he's an S+ for me. Hyoku, I believe his name, yeah. Ooh, Loopsarigana Beta. She's a sadist. Okay, she's not a tsundere, right? She's just a pure sadist. She likes to kill people. So S, personal bias because she's of her karma rating, her alignment. I like the really evil characters, you can tell. In terms of her character design, I wish she had more wolf-related features. She's a redhead and she's black. If you watch my Let's Plays, you may notice that I do that a lot. So actually, S for character design. Personal bias because of her evil alignment, S. Importance to plot, B maybe? No, C. Importance to plot, C. And what's the other thing again? Crap, I keep forgetting. Interesting personality. Oh yeah. Shit. What? No. I don't think I like her as much as I like these two. I'm gonna put her at A. I like these two the most. I can tell that these two I really love. So let's see. Oh, Mare. I really don't like Mare's pessimistic, passive behavior. Honestly, like I'd put it C. Personal bias. Wait, I think druids are cool, so C. It's okay. Personal bias is B. I almost want to put C, but I'll say B. In terms of a personality, C. I don't like the beta personality. Importance to plot is more like an A, to be honest, because she does a lot of really important things. So 2 C's, an A, and then finally character design, B. So 2 B's, a B, a C, and 2 A's. So that kind of puts her at like a B. Yeah, I guess a B. Yeah, definitely like her more than I like him more than I like that. So, ooh, Yuri Alpha. Evil as hell. but then she has kind of like a bitchy attitude. So like, okay, so personal bias. She's a doppelganger. Personal bias would be A. I do like her a lot, but not really as much. Like, definitely don't have a strong personal bias towards her. In terms of her personality, kind of like a B. She's not a sadist. Importance to plot, B. Character design. Dang, yeah, actually, Yuri Alpha B. I'm surprised. I thought I'd put her higher, but actually, no, I don't really like her as much as I thought I would. Now that I really think about it. Oh, is this Neuronist? Yeah, that's Neuronist. Evil as fuck. S tier. Character design is disgusting. Gross. I personally despise it and think she's gross as hell, but I think she does what she's meant to do. So S tier in terms of character design. In terms of personal bias, A+. I think she's gross as hell, but I really do appreciate her existence. Personality-wise, S. Yeah, I really like the evil... No, wait, I don't like how much she kind of... Yeah, probably like a B in terms of person. No, A. She's evil, so she gets props. I'd want to put her as a B, but because she's evil, she gets props. So A. And what's the other thing? Interesting personality. Oh, importance to plot. Very important to plot. So I guess A for Neuronist. Ooh, Pandora's Acta. Alright. Personal bias, S, funnily enough. He's not that evil, but I love his character. I have a personal bias against... I'm gonna be honest, like Heinz, I do like the whole uniform thing, the Germanic aspects of him, let me put it that... I mean, from the World War I era. Yeah, I think that's more or less what he's based on. So I do think that those things are cool. So personal bias, S. In terms of how much he moves the plot forward, not so much, maybe like a B actually. In terms of his personality, S. I love his personality. I like his kind of goofball type way of doing things. I like that he's got like an OCD thing too about the items and magical items, and I would be shy as hell if I was his creator as well, to be completely honest. But other than that, as long as I'm not the one that created him and feel any responsibility towards him, I would love to just like be there and watch him just be himself. So yeah, S tier in terms of his personality. Character design, oh yeah, I already said, like I think it's pretty cool. So he's got like 3 S's and an A. Yeah, I think he's an S for me. I do like him as much as I like these two, although for very different reasons, right? Them, I like them because of how evil they are and how useful they are as evil people. I know I like him more than I like Neuronist, that's for sure. Yeah, weirdly enough, I like Pandora's Acta more than I like Ainz. Okay. Ooh, Pestonia, eh? Oh crap, and then I didn't realize that I missed Aura. But let's do Pestonia first because that's the one I clicked on. So, she's not evil, but I do kind of like her personality. Personal bias. Maybe B+ for personal bias. I'm not going to put her A+ for personal bias, but I do like her more than a B, I think. So B+. Importance to plot. She's kind of, yeah, with her goody two-shoes kind of things, she's kind of a B+ as well. So that's 2 B+. In terms of her personality, B. Yeah, she's not a meh to me. She's better than a meh. She's better than a... I think her personality is pretty cool. She can cook and stuff too, so B. Character design, ooh, that kind of knocks her down a bit. I don't really like her character design that much. So that's a C. So that actually cancels out the 2 B+, I think. So it's 2 B+, a B, and a C. So she ends up in a B. So, Aura. Personal bias. I don't really know. B, A? That's just a personal bias towards it. So let's just say B+, because I'm undecided. In terms of her importance to the plot, not so much. B plus, A, right? She helps Sheltier at one point, but I don't think I've ever seen her shine really in the anime yet. So maybe like a B, like at least a B. She's more important than, you know, these guys, right? Yeah, definitely more important than Pistonia. What's the final one again? Character design. That's another B as well. Yeah, I think both siblings, I'm gonna leave on a B. I'm gonna leave both siblings on a B. I don't really like them as much as most people, I guess. I don't know why, but they just don't really quite do it for me. Spoiler alert. Sebas. Okay, personal bias. I don't normally like goody two-shoe characters, but Sebas reminds me of Alfred from Batman, you know, Alfred's butler. So he kind of gets higher than he probably should be. Like, I don't want to put him A. I probably want to put him C or B, but because I really like Alfred from Batman and I have got a soft spot for Alfred-like characters and butlers, he's kind of like a B plus or an A. But that's for personal bias. In terms of his importance to plot, not so much anymore, I guess. He was more important in season 2, but not so much anymore. He does do a lot of things in the background, I feel like. So it's more like he's a B plus. So that's 2 B pluses, I think. Personal bias. Well, personal bias is probably A. No, I'd say personal bias is B plus. So 2 B pluses so far. Personal bias, importance to plot, character. He's a goody two shoes character, so B. You know, I do like him a bit, but yeah, chivalry doesn't necessarily. I'm not necessarily a chivalrous person. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually quite chivalrous, but I get sort of tired of being chivalrous sometimes. But yeah. So B, I guess, and character design. Almost like an A. That's like 3 A pluses and a B. So he's probably like the highest ranking B character easily. Him and Toma. Which of the twins do I like more? Maybe, yeah. I like Neuronist more than I like. Yeah, Demiurge, Kyoka. I like him more than I like Hamusuke. Yeah, that's true. Okay, this is kind of accurate so far. Oh yeah, I don't know enough about this character, so bang. Where are we? Oh! Shaltia. She's another tsundere type. So, she's a vampire. I don't really like vampires, to be honest. So that drops her down. So that's like an A for her bias because she's a vampire and she's a tsundere, so that drops her down to an A or maybe a B plus. Personality-wise, I really don't like her personality, so B. I don't know. I don't like. She doesn't really resonate with me. Her character design, though, that jumps her up again. I would probably put her A. Yeah. Do I like her more than I like? I think I like Lupseneriga Beta more. Cocytus is like, out of respect, he's in A. But I would say I like Sheltia more. Sheltia is cooler. Her fight, her spells and all that shit is like really cool. So if anything, that alone brings her back up to A. Like even if she got 3 B, she'd probably still be an A because of her abilities around. Character design alone is really good. S tier. S tier. Even though I don't like vampires, S tier character design. Oh, I also don't like lollies. Actually, not S tier because I don't like lollies. Solution. Evil. Personal bias. The whole slime thing, swallowing people up into her body. Yeah. S tier. So personal bias. Character design is an S, is a B. Is a B plus. Personal bias is an S because she's pure evil. Her personality, because she's pure evil, is an S. I don't really understand. No, but I don't really understand her motivations though. So personality is more like an A. She gets a like, it's not a B. It's an A because she's evil. Evil people get a bonus for me. It probably, personality should be B because I don't really understand her motivations, but I'll give her an A because she's evil. Personal bias is an S because she's evil. Character design is probably an A. And interesting personality, also an A, I guess. Not really, well, maybe more like a B. Like, it's kind of a bland evil. There's nothing really that interesting about her personality. So she's more like, do I like Sebas more than I like her? I think I like her more than I like, no, wait. No, I like Entoma more. I like her more than I like, yeah, you know what, she's a B, and I like her more than I like the twins. Honestly, actually, I think I like Yuri Alpha even more than I like the twins. Okay. I don't know enough about this character. Oh, wait, hang on. Fallen Angel. Character design S. Character design S. You know what? I barely know enough about this character, but I like. Personality, she's kind of goody two-shoes, but sacrificed themselves, like born to die kind of character, right? So personality, kind of A or B. S tier character. Character design is S tier. Personal bias, S tier. S tier because of the nature of this character. Sacrificing themselves for their friends. I like to play tanks in strategy in the Mobile Legends and games like that, like I said, so yeah, I don't mind. S tier because of character design. S tier because of personal bias. Personality is sort of like a B. And what's the final thing? Personality. Or personality. Importance to plot. He's a very important plot device, but doesn't get utilized a lot. I'd say A. No, I think I like Sebas more. I like the twins more. No, I don't really. Honestly, I don't think I really like the twins. Yeah, B. Because I like this character that we barely met more than I like the twins. I don't know why, but the twins, I don't really resonate with them for some reason. Oh, nah, I'm not gonna rank her. Yuri Alpha. It's kind of a bland design, so like B maybe. Oh, sorry, personal bias first. A. I think she's cool, personal bias. In terms of importance to plot, it's kind of like a C or a B maybe. C plus or a B. And then personality, B personality. Character design, B. Yeah, she's just a B, I guess. Do I like her more than I like the twins? That's the important thing. I think I like Yuri Alpha more than I like Nabarel Gamma. Oh my god, this time I've been saying the wrong name. Nabarel Gamma. Dude, I think that's all the characters, right? Shouldn't there be more? I feel like this list is missing someone. Is it? Who's it missing? Hold up. I just realized that I nearly forgot one character. I don't know shit about this character. I almost want to leave them here. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to put this character here because I do kind of like, we've seen this character one or two. I don't even know this character's name. You know what, let's make that the rule. Because I don't know this character's name off the top of my head, I'm not even gonna rank them. So there. I think for now that's where I'm gonna leave this tier list. So yeah, guys, that's how I feel about the characters in the Overlord anime thus far. My personal favorite character, which I think it pretty much says it all right now. I didn't think Demiurge was my personal favorite character from Overlord, to be completely honest, but actually, yeah, I think he is. I think Demiurge is my personal favorite character from Overlord. So Demiurge, Hyoku, because I think he's just really cool and I love what he can do. I don't know why, but I also really like Pandora's actor. Like, I think the whole doppelganger thing is really cool. So he ranks highly because of that. And then I guess those are the 3 S tier, and then you have Irons. I like him the most in the A tier. Then Albedo, Uranist, yeah. You can tell evil is really what brings it up for me. And Cocytus gets a respectable A tier, even though probably he should be in B tier. Sebas, yeah, he's really cool, but I don't really like Goody Two-Shoes' character, so he's demoted to B. I like Antoba, I think she's really cool. I hope she does get the voice that she's after. Solution, she's kind of bland, but she's evil, so yeah. Maybe I'd want to put her C. No. She's where she needs to be, B. Yuri Alpha, I don't know enough about her, but I know I like her more than Nabara or Gamma, and I know she's not on the same tier as these guys. I really like this angel person. And the twins, I'll be honest, I never realized how much I didn't really like the twins. Because they're way lower than I thought I would put them. I honestly thought I'd put them somewhere higher, but now that I really think about it, I don't really like the twins that much. And I like Mare more than I like this freaking passive little shit. Yeah, like honestly, that scene in the last episode, to me, I did not like it. Some people thought it was like a weird, cute, funny thing. I was just like, damn, fuck this simp. So yeah, I really didn't like I really don't like his personality. And then, I mean, he's freaking 70-something years old. Give me a break. Bastonia, she's definitely not C tier. She's a goody two-shoes. She probably should be higher, but because she's a goody two-shoes, she gets demoted lower than she should be. Like, if we're being completely serious, I probably do, from a very honest point of view, I probably do like her more than I like the twins, but because she's a goody two-shoes, and because they're actually evil, they get a bonus. These two don't really know, like, I mean, these two are just kind of there for comedic purposes, and I don't necessarily like them at all. So that's why, yeah, like, even though he's in it less than them, I like him more than I like these two. And yeah, I don't know enough about these guys. So yeah, that ends my tier list video on the characters of Nazarick in the anime Overlord. As an anime only fan who knows a thing or two about the light novel. So yeah, thank you very much guys for tuning in to watch this video. I made this video in a rush because I didn't want to have no extra content out this week. I wanted to make sure that I had like 2 videos out this week instead of just 1, because yeah, you know, it's just my own personal bias. So I made this rush content. Just let me know if you think it was terrible. Don't worry, the next Overlord I do video I do will be much more heavily edited and more interesting versus this off the top me talking out of my ass kind of video. Like I did no scripting for this. The only scripting I did was I wrote down the 4 criteria I would be talking about. Anyway, I'm ranting. Let me stop right there. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for tuning in to watch it. This is Bonsai signing out. Catch you all later.